Good morning, Cole. Good morning, Tommy. Das Kote, buddy. Yay, buddy. Yeah. As soon as I started the stream, I messaged you. It's like, I'll let her know I'm starting the stream. Cheers. What else do I stream on? Well, I'm streaming on YouTube right now. And the only other comment that's been said was yo by him. Figures. But yeah, just on this, I do vids for TikTok sometimes if I got like a short little thing to show people. And sometimes I play video games on Twitch, but like that's just me playing video games. Okie day. Hasta la pastas. Oh yeah. Good dabs. Good dabs, good dabs, good dabs. I'm so excited. Freaking. Yay, you're back. Fancy schmancy with your laptop. Fancy schmancy Cote. And her fancy schmancy laptopin. It's 12 p.m. on the East Coast. Yeah, I know, but aren't you in Slabs? I know, you're super all that. You're like you got a laptop, you got 4 walls, you have a bathroom, like magical toilet, like what? Weird room that you go get that you can go stand in, like and get all soapy, and the water comes from like this magical hole, and it's like warm, and you can regulate the waterfall. Like that's crazy, man. My waterfalls are like just one consistent temperature, but you could change the temperature. That's pretty fancy schmancy. They tore out a big pile of wood right here for this bridge. But other than that, it's pretty legit. It's quite chill under here. The train only comes by like twice an hour, and only for a couple seconds. Otherwise, I'm out of sight, out of mind. I can just chill and exist, and don't have to worry about judgmental hater eyes. Slash, I don't have to deal with sketchy home bums. Going on like 4 or 5 more weeks till I get that there fancy ass over to the overseas place. Yeah, exactly, Tommy. I mean, yeah. That's pretty intense record there, Ed. He got too old to stand in the shower. Now he sits down, has baths. That's the other half of the statement. Right? Keep it up. You're only like 60 years behind that one guy who went without a shower for forever and then took a shower and died like a week later. That was a crazy ass article. Yeah, dude, it was a really famous article. Dude, like, didn't shower or nothing, lived on by himself. They called him like the dirtiest man in the world. And then like he took a shower and didn't like shower for like 60 years or some crazy shit like that. And then like he took a shower and yeah, he died almost like died like a week later. Like, but like when they like before he took a shower, like they tested him and they said he was fine. Like they said by all intents and purposes he had no diseases. He wasn't sick. He was just covered in filth. No, seriously. Yes. Exactly like the episode of Drake and Josh. That's freaking great. Yeah, and he stops eating junk food and like gets sick and breaks out and shit. So like the doctor tells him he has to be. That's so great. I fucking love it. And Josh is like pissed. He's like a big fat guy who's like trying to lose weight and is like in shape brothers being told, no, 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 you have to eat junk food. That's a pretty good episode. Oh, Drake and Josh. I used to watch the shit out of that back in the day. Uh, I think my favorite episode was they were selling Gary Coleman grills. And they were like grills that were also CD players. Like little like mini grills that were also CD players, and like they ended up like super shady and freaking. The only way they got out of it was freaking the sister. No, Keto was not just putting butter and everything, but yeah, the sister had to go in and like save him. Keto does have a lot to do with fats though. It's like all about fats and high protein. Body to get its nutrients from protein in meat rather than sugar. Processing time period can actually be physically painful to them and make them sick. Walked over to this coffee shop this morning and got myself like this like dirty chai that they have. It was actually pretty cheap. But the reason it was cheap was because like they do like actual espresso sizes versus like Americanized, aka Starbucksized. So it was like an 8-ounce cup of chai with a shot of espresso in it. But it was so good. It was like you could taste like the ginger, like they actually used real ginger and real spices, and oh, it was so good, so good. But it was a pretty good walk from where I'm chilling, camping along this here. Thing is spicy. Like I'm a big fan of it's called Bhakti chai. You see it out in Colorado, in that area. You sell it in big glass jugs in like fancy stores. I'll drink a sweet chai, but yeah, I prefer like super spicy, gingery awesomeness. You're one of them sugar chai people, aren't you? Silly sugar chai people. Oh. Yes. Yes, we have. Dear Cote. With a slight sunshiny, as you can see, bright and blue, without a cloud in the sky, with a very minor breeze. It's about 55, 60. I'm not wearing any blankets or anything. I'm just sitting here in my pants and my shirt. I got my socks and my hat on, but other than that, you know. Definitely the place to be and chill at. That's why I'm here right now. Everywhere else is so cold right now. I don't want to deal with it. So like, that's why chilling out here in the southern Cali. Yes, sir. There, Shed Gang, trolling under a bridge. There's like this little train tracks that go over this little like lake out here. little pond slash lake thing. More of a lake. I get closer to a small lake slash wetland over here. Well, I actually had the hat last time you saw me in slabs. It just wasn't cold enough for me to wear it. Uh, I got it about 4 or 5 years ago. I was walking through Seaside, Oregon, on my way into town to grab some coffee, and there's on the far end of town going south out of town, and there's like this thrift shop on the left slash like pawn shop. I think it's called like not your mom's thrift store, and it's freaking quite consistently next to it. There's like on the side, there's like they'll put a piece of cardboard or a little sign that says free and with an arrow pointing down, and they'll put stuff there, like in boxes or whatever that people donate that they don't want to try to sell. And I was walking along the road to go get coffee, and I saw that like this hat sticking out. I saw from like here forward, like here up. I was like, "Oh shoot, it's a sock monkey!" And I was like, I wonder what's in that box." And I walked over and checked it out. And when I got to the box, it was like, "It's not a sock monkey, it's a sock monkey beanie!" And yeah, boom, second. I was like, "It's a sock monkey beanie, woo!" And I've had it ever since. I went skydiving with this. Freaking, and then my hair was gonna be in my way, in my face, and I didn't want to deal with that. So, and I knew it was gonna be cold, so I just like tucked it up underneath tied it off. I went skydiving. This is in my skydiving video. I freaking lost it like 3 different times and found it again. That was the day he saved the hat's life. Yeah. I saved the hat from the rainy box in Seaside, and we've been buddies ever since. Yeah, it's funny. I actually, me and Frodo, like Handlebar Frodo, we're hanging out. Like I met up with him in Oceanside a while back, a few months back when literally right after Samwise had passed, like the day after, and we were hanging out, and we ended up going and freaking finding a spot to crash out along the beach. And I woke up in the middle of the night and realized I didn't have my hat with me because I was like, my head's cold, I'm gonna put my hat on. I was like, crap, I don't have it. And I like jogged all the way back, like this like 10, 15-ish blocks back to the park that we were at, and looked all around and couldn't find it. Something in my head was like, it's okay. Just go back, lay down, chill out, get up in the morning, go get some coffee, and then walk back this way, and you're gonna find your hat either just sitting on a bench, or someone's gonna be like wearing it slash holding it. Or I thought somebody's gonna be holding it, and I'll see somebody like carrying it, or like in some home bum's gear, you know. And like a couple minutes later, Rob's like, "Yeah, we should definitely go back. For all we know, you'll see somebody wearing it." And like, so we took off walking, following our footsteps back, and like halfway back, 3/4 of the way back to the spot, some home bum walked up carrying it. It was pretty great. Yeah, he's good. We come across each other a lot. Talk to each other pretty consistently. Exactly. Exactly. It hits the ride back. That was actually live streamed. Like I was live streaming walking. That was one of my morning live streams, and I was walking, and I was like, some of the I know I'm pretty sure Shed Gang was here for that. Pretty sure he was here and like saw me like interact, like searching for it, and then coming across the home bum. Oh shit. But yeah, me and Rob talk pretty consistently. A couple days ago that he messaged me, he was out in Venice, right by Venice Beach, up towards LA. I thought so. It made my day. And it keeps me warm. It makes little kids smile. I mean, it's a chill place to be a bum. There's a lot of people there, though. And, like, I don't necessarily want to, like, deal with, like, tons and tons of people nonstop. And where there's a shitload of bums, even chill ones, there tends to be a shitload of cops. Bunker Chris started there, too. Sounds about right. Bunker Chris is actually from the same town I am from, like at least from like ninth grade to 12th grade in Arkansas. Like we're both from Benton, Arkansas, Saline County. When I was in a senior in school, his freaking daughter was we went to the same high school. Like when I was a senior, she was a junior. I mean, she was a sophomore. Like freaking like I went to school with his daughter. Like I actually knew her back in the day. Me, her, and a bunch of people. We hung out a couple times at like football games and whatnot. Got stoned in the bleachers. Yeah, dude, blew my mind. Cause like I was like when I first met him, I mentioned that I was like from that area, and he's like, "No way!" And he's like, "Me too." I was like, "Oh, cool." He's like, "Yeah, I got a daughter around your age, probably." And I was like, "Oh, cool. How old's your daughter?" "I'm this old." And he's like, "No way." And I told him, and he's like, "No way." And I was like, and he told me, he's like, "My daughter's only like 2 years older than you. There's no way." And I was like, "Who's your daughter?" And he showed me a picture of her, and yeah, it was like I dead ass knew that chick. I was like, "Holy shit! I've gotten high with your daughter before. We almost dated at one point. His daughter's pretty hot." It was weird. She dated one of my friends. Like, she dated one of my friends for a while. Yeah. Right? Weird, small little world. And then I met him and, yeah, had no clue. It really is, Gote. It really, really is. Kind of funny. I don't know why my zero isn't working. Your zero? I don't know. My O? What is your O? I don't know what an O is. I mean, is this. Oh. And I don't know. Freaking Nemo's my name, and it felt weird just having a channel that didn't have a name. Like, it didn't really feel like I had a name. Like, giving it, like, traveling on pennies gave it, like, an official name. It made it feel like more like an official, like, YouTube channel, and less just like, and, like, made it more feel like more official, I guess. I've thought about changing it back because it was easier for people to find me. But, like, I am a broke ass, and I travel on, like, next to nothing most of the time. Like, behold, I have, like, that's all the money in the world I have at the moment. Let's see here. I've got 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, a dollar, 10. I have 11 dimes. Dimes right now. No quarters. Those are dimes. If there were quarters, I'd have a lot more. I'd have a lot more money than $1.10, which is enough for, like, water up the road. There's a water here in Carlsbad. It's 45 cents a gallon for, like, fancy artisanal water. Change it back and just title your streams and videos traveling on pennies. Yeah, I've thought about it. That's what I was thinking about doing, maybe. Like, I like the name and all, but, like, and having, like, an official channel title, but, like, I don't know. I'm debating on it. Like, I like the idea of having the name of the channel name, but the other part of it, like, feels like it's too flashy. Like, I'm just Nemo. Do I really need, like, some big fancy title? Some big fancy, like, YouTube name? Like, the whole point of being Nemo was my realization of I'm no one. I am who I am. I'm me. I don't even know my original name because I was illegally adopted at a young age from overseas, and genuinely have never even seen my original birth certificate, so don't know my original name, or even where I would start to look for it, to get away from any imposed ideas or things. I'm no one. I am who I am. I'm just me. I'm not a hippie. I'm not a this. I'm not a that. I'm just a Nemo. Personally, that's been my only weird thing about it. Is just like, that's the whole thing about Nemo. It's just the simplicity of me just being me. And me happens to want to travel and see the world. Yes, find it, Nemo. I can't do that because that's, like, copyrighted. Next thing I know, Disney or Pixar, which is now Disney, is going to sue me. Yes, I have my Switch. I don't have my Switch on me at the moment. It's at my buddy's house in Escondido. I actually haven't played it in over a month. I have a I've got this right now. It's a Bluetooth controller for your phone for Xbox. For like you can actually like it's got this thing right here. My phone's because it's a Note. It's like the largest of phones. Freaking it doesn't fit, but otherwise like it's got this little button for any other phone really. You press this little button and it slides out. You sandwich the phone in between there and clicks it, and it turns it into a switch. Then your phone would just like be there. But me, I just do what I'm doing right now. I just have my knees set up and just gonna wedge the phone in between my knees. And it's Bluetooth compatible, so I can play Xbox 360 games. Xbox games. You just go on to Xbox Game Pass. It's $14.99, like total taxes included, $14.99 each month for access to like over 200 something Xbox games, and then a shitload of crazy indie games and whatnot. So like I've been catching up on a bunch of games I never got to play. Like I've never had an Xbox. I've never had an Xbox before. I played a few of them here and there. Watched my friends play like Fallout back in the day or Fable, like on a friend's watch them play and like jump on their profile for a little bit and run around. But I had no story content, and whatever. So that's really cool to be able to play that. I got it from a friend when I went to go visit out in Colorado. I stopped through for a couple days, and he said that at the beginning of the pandemic, he had ordered one for his phone, but it was his phone was a that's what it was. His phone is a Microsoft phone, and this is a Samsung one. And he said that he bought it like at the beginning of the pandemic. He got one of those big old fancy unemployment checks, and freaking, he said that he sent it in and paid for it online, but he accidentally clicked the wrong one and put Android, even though he said that I swear I put Microsoft, but it sent me an Android one, and they wouldn't take it back. They just told me that they're not taking anything back due to the COVID no refund, no return policy. So they just told me to keep it and sent me my actual Microsoft one. This has been sitting on the shelf for the past like 6 months if you want it. The first month of Xbox Game Pass is only $1. And I had like $1.85 left on my freaking PayPal at the time. So just boom, instantaneously, I'm sitting there playing freaking Xbox games on my phone while chilling out at this place. So it's worth it. But yeah, you can get one of these for like 25 to 80 bucks. I wish you were closer. Welcome back there, Joyce. Welcome back. I wish you were closer, Tommy. There, Cotes. You could only find the one for iPhone. Okay, Cole. So the what you need to look up is there's not a lot. There's not a lot. But here, let me put you guys down for 2 seconds. Where'd it go? Well, so the name of this one is that. Look up GLAP controller. GLAP. I was going to show you the box, but it's all the way over there, and I'm lazy. All the way over there is like literally right there, but I spent most of the morning walking around drinking out coffee. So lazy I shall be. But yeah, if you look up GLAP, you might be able to find it, like GLAP. There, Cole guy. Good. Can't believe I'm gonna be going to Europe soon, y'all. And that's why it's my opinion to go back to Nemo Nos on your channel. Traveling for pennies is nice, but it locks the channel to travel. I mean, I get that, but like, title streams and videos to what you're doing at the time, but the way the channel stays about you and not content, and not your content dictating the channel. The way the channel stays about you and not your content. Right though? That is quite valid there, Joyce. Trying T0 remedy my key B0 ARD 0 NE sec. Got it. No? Finding Nemo is. But Nemo Nos is not. Laughing my ass zeros. Those ass zeros, man. Gotta watch out for those ass zeros. Laughing my ass zeros. Hey man, ass zeros are real, dude. Oof. Retro. It seems like it is fighting ever so hard. What's the plan for the day? Well, You're on your third cup of coffee. Nice. Second. Okay. It's a really tiny bridge. Like, this is the roof. Boom, boom. Wee bit intense when the train goes over the top of it. I don't know. I'm kind of just stalling around until my passport gets here. So like, part of me wants to go fishing. Part of me wants to freaking go find a spot to like Home Depot / Lowe's in this general area to get some work real quick. Quick morning / afternoon work. I can and get some quick cash in hand and then go over the bridge to Legoland and go look at fancy Lego structures, tiny little Lego cities. Because I'm literally like a mile and a half ish away from Legoland. Every time I pass it, I'm just like, ooh, Legos. There's like whole like cities like recreated in tiny little miniatures and stuff. We have a fishing pole and a small little tackle box, and then another like small box. It's like a Rubbermaid sandwich box, like the Tupperware ones. Full of that. But yeah, I've always wanted to go to Legoland, but that would require monies and doing the worky thing, and then number 3 is just chill here, eat cheese and fancy Dublin Irish dried cheese and dried Italian sausage, and play Fallout 3 on my phone. Probably 1 or 3, because 2 seems like a lot of effort right now. I don't want to go. I want to go to Legoland, but that entails working first. Really don't feel like doing much right now. But in the end, literally just passing days until my passport gets here. Because like, they told me 6 to 9 weeks when I ordered it, but at the same time, that's if everything goes through right. If it comes back and everything goes through right, it comes back. My birth certificate and passport will come back separately, but we'll come back within like 2-3 days of each other. And boom, Europe. But it might come back with my birth certificate back, and then them send me like additional documents that they want information about before giving me my passport. It's like a toss-up. When Allie, from like Handlebar Alley, Val and Alley, that now live up in Joshua Tree, freaking, when she sent out for hers, she sent out for it, came back done. My buddy Mike, in Escondido. When he sent out for his, he sent out for everything, did everything right, and when they sent like they sent his birth certificate back, and he said like a stack of paperwork that he had to fill out, all crazy status. So it's like a 50-50. If I knew that it was just going to be coming back, I would pay for my ticket right now, like get my plane ticket right now, so to get as early far out as possible, so it would be cheaper. But seeing as I don't know, like if it's going to be like 9 weeks out, ordering it like 14 to 15 weeks out, I don't know if that would do though, or 12 weeks out, because I don't know if that would do, because like it would show up on time, but if it's not the passport and it's additional paperwork needed beforehand, that's instantaneously now I have to like spend money that I don't have saved up right now, or would have to have saved up for in case fees, just set aside for like for changing the freaking booking, because I now can't go on that day because my passport's not valid yet. The struggle is real. Yeah, I drank a chai with a shot of espresso, and then I drank just a regular latte. Yeah, I don't know. Supposedly it's not supposed to be. Everything's normal. But like they didn't ask me anything about COVID when at all, even remotely. Like there was nothing in paperwork or anything in the interview at all. Sitting there at the post office. There's only certain post offices that can do it. Have the big fancy junk back there and all the junk, all the like for processing and all the machines. But like they didn't say a damn thing about COVID. Now, flying into certain countries may or may not require you to have COVID paperwork. But getting the passport, I haven't had a COVID shot yet. Like, I'm probably gonna have to get one, which is whatever. I really could give two fucks. Like, if me getting a COVID shot is what allows me to go overseas, so that's like the last big hurdle. Fuck it. When I went into basic training, they shot us up with like fucking like 16 or 20 odd shots. I swear it was 20 fucking shots. It's the craziest thing ever. We have 5 different lines. It was either 4 lines or five lines. You just walked into the line with 4 syringes. Boom, left shoulder. Walk over to the next line. Boom, left shoulder. And it's not like these are like phlebotomists or nurses. No, these were like our drill sergeants there at the boot camp that were already jaded and hated their lives. So they're just like 4 syringes deep, just all 4 plungers at once. Just bam. Arms all like black and blue from freaking doing push-ups and shit, while I'm like from like this like assault of vaccines and shit I've already been given by the government. Not to mention like anything that like whatchamacallit, like not to mention like anything like as like having like government parents, like anything that they said needed to be like a good thing, I was given. Later, Joyce. Thanks for popping through. Hi, proud Babylonian. Crazy people. They're always like, there's always these crazy people out there. They're like, I come across them all the time. It like drives me nuts. Like, there's all these fucking like, I'm a nomad, and especially here in America, I don't know about overseas, but like here in Cali, like, if you have a backpack, even to homeless people, they just assume that you're one of the local home bums and you want drugs, and it's like, dude, like, no, like, you need anything? It's like, no, bro, I'm good, man. Like, I smoke weed. Like, I like blow, but I'm not a drug addict. Like, I would like some blow. I love blow, but I'm not gonna like seek out drugs. Like, if someone gave me drugs at a festival back in the day, I would have been all about it. But like, I haven't done anything in years. Literally, like, I don't do blow anymore. I don't do mushrooms, acid. Like, it's just not me anymore. Like, I used to. I used to do all that shit back in my early 20s, but like, I can't walk through a fucking thing. Like, just sorry, that's why I was just mentioning Coke this morning, and like, just offhand, it was like, just like fucking. I was just thinking about like walking to fucking get coffee. I got like asked 3 different times if I was good. Hey man, you good? AKA, hey, you want to buy some drugs off of me? It's like, dude, fuck off. I just want to buy coffee. I don't. They're like, and they give you that look like, oh, come on, man. It's cool. Like, they give you that look like, no, no, it's cool. Like, no, no, it's cool. Like, fuck you. What do you mean it's cool? They give you that look like they assume that, like, you're just, like, sketched out. I was like, no, bro, I just don't want your drugs. Like, believe it or not, I can just exist outside without drugs. Fuck. Goddamn home bums, man. Yeah. Exactly. And yeah, yeah, right. If I wanted to get blow, if I was seeking out blow, I definitely would be not getting it from a home bum. Yeah, because that's where the good blow comes from. You know, like the home bums, they've got the blow, bro. Definitely not the like super rich bougie motherfucker in Palm Springs. That's definitely not the guy you want to go see. You want to find the home bum right off of Skid Row in LA. They got that good white stuff. Yeah. I don't know what the white stuff is. It's definitely not blow. But they've got white stuff. And they'll give it to you for money. Yeah, I feel like baby aspirin in your nose. Yeah, like I said, I didn't say it was blow. But they have white stuff that they will sell you and call it cocaine. I, like, if you want to give me your money, I can guarantee I can find you somebody that will sell you a white powder in a baggie. Oh, stupid people. And that's what like that's my only like real thing why I don't like going around Venice. It's like I just don't like dealing with that. Like I don't like having to fucking deal with like every other person said like every other person being on drugs. And so like just everybody assumes I'm also on drugs. Like, dude, I just don't do drugs. I'm sorry. I just like existing outside. Monotony drives me insane. Even like chilling places like and doing just like nothing like this drives me insane. Like I can't wait to get my passport and go overseas and start exploring again. The only reason I'm just sitting around right here is it's the warmest place to be right here in Southern California, San Diego area. And my passport's coming into Escondido to my buddy's place. Like, so I have to wait for my paperwork to come back. Can't farther travel too far away from it. But like, exactly, yeah. Like I've been to Skid Row. That place is crazy. We went there for like a week during Occupy. We actually like there was like a whole thing during Occupy LA where like a bunch of people like took a bunch of couches out there and like occupied Skid Row. Outrageous, but like I've seen it. Like the place is crazy. Yeah, it's annoying. Good morning, Ziggles. Hello from the Carlsbad area. Over here by Legoland. I mean, like, I appreciate hearing people like say that. Like, it's really motivating to like do the live streamy thing. But like, for me, I feel like my streams are so boring right now because I have nothing to show you. Like, I can't wait till I can go overseas and start showing you all the cool like museums and castles. And I'm going to go to London. Like, right outside of London is freaking Stonehenge. I'm gonna be I'm gonna be live streaming slash filming Stonehenge soon. Like, so like, even though this is cool and it's great, like I love like the person to person interaction. It's one of my favorite things about live streaming is the interaction with the people. Like, but like that, oh my god, that's gonna be so cool to be able to be like, hey you guys, let's go check out Stonehenge. You know, like, oh, that's like mind blowing to me right now. Like my brain's just like, oh my god, we're so close. It's crazy. Yeah. Oh, I know. But I'm just saying I can't wait till it's because like I'm a Stonehenge. I mean, I can't get stoned in London on screen, but like directly, so there's like two little islands floating there, and one island, Scotland. I mean, there's Ireland over here, and this island is Scotland up here, and London, and Wales. Right across the water, another little channel, is the Netherlands. Right there is Amsterdam. And that'll be the next stop after the UK. It's going straight to the Netherlands. Go check out weed, because by then I'm going to be like starved for pot. Because like I'm not trying to go seek out weed in a country that I can't have it. I'm just going to like be sober. I can deal with it, but like if I don't have to, yeah, you know? So like, that's gonna be dope as fuck. Get it? Dope. Dope, 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 dope. Ha 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 ha. Stonederdam. Amsterdam. Stoned in a boat. I know it's totally like the dumb tourist thing to do, but fuck it. Sometimes I'm a dumb tourist, and I want to get high and float around in a gondola. Yep, 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 yep. Yep. Yeah. I can get I can get weed anywhere, Zig. And whether I do or do not, if it's not legal, I'm probably not gonna film it slash live stream it, like me doing illegal stuff. Especially when I'm overseas in countries that can be crazy at times when it comes to their laws. I'm not exactly trying to put on blast, be like, hey, I've got drugs on me, like, nah. But yeah, I mean, like, I'll find weed. And if we're traveling, I assume that, like, while I'm traveling around the world, I found all sorts of different weeds and whatnot. People will offer me mushrooms and shit, just like in the traveling anywhere, like, wherever I am across the country. But in Amsterdam, it's legal. So I could just smoke like it's like here in Cali. Like, you can't smoke, like, you can't be, like, live streaming in fucking Idaho of you smoking pot. That's I'm pretty sure that's probable cause to just arrest your ass. But because we're in Cali, I can smoke my weeds on the screens. And as I do say, cheers. This is Oh Well. It's 90%. No, the Oh Well company. It's 90% THC indica. It's called You're Fired. I mean, like, if you're right, if you're right, Zig, that's cool. I would just assume that, like, them being able to, because it's like, like, seeing stuff, them being able to, but, like, I also get the whole, like, for clout thing, which is a dumb thing in general. They have hash bars there, from what I hear. Yeah, 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 yeah. They've got hash bars. They've got bakeries. If I start a channel again, know that it will only be for clout. Nothing I do should be taken seriously ever. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Me too. Yeah, 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 yeah. Like, none of this is real. I'm actually a very wealthy businessman who, off to the side, that you guys can't see, has computers going on, and this is all green screen. I'm not actually in Carlsbad, outside, chilling. Gote, like, I mean, like, right? Um, the big thing is, for me, is like, I started my channel as a literal, like, reel to reel. Like, I started my channel as a travel vlog, like, for me. Like, you know me, I got hit in the head by that crazy person. Like, I have short term memory loss and long term memory retention issues sometimes, depending on things. And it's like nice to be able to, like, I didn't used to, but now I do. It's getting better, but whatever. And like it's nice to be able to just pull out a phone when somebody's like, "Hey, where do you go?" Like when I'm hitchhiking, it's like, "Where have you been? Like, what do you do?" Like just be able to pull up my phone and like go to YouTube and just show them shit. Be like, "Look, this is me going here. This is me in the San Juan Islands. This is me in freaking thing, I can look through and it's like, oh yeah, that was so cool. I can like, it helps me remember and shit. You know, like, it's just a travel blog. Like, when slash if I ever actually became monetizable, cool. But like, it's never been about that. It's just about spreading the love of like traveling and doing shit and not being like bound to like the day-to-day menial tasks that people say that that's why they need to. I need money. I need this job. I need this house. I need this the blah 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 blah. And because of blah 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 or because of blah 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 blah, I can't go travel. Even if it's only for a couple months and not like permanently. But even then, permanently. Like, there's no reason that a lot of people like I meet so many people that are around our age that are like they they're like trapped in a horrible job and they can't get out and they're spending in an insert horrible country, state, blah 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 blah, what have you. Like, just go, please, just fucking go. Like, fuck. Blows my mind sometimes how like trapped people are. Like they don't even realize how trapped they are in their own like need for these creature comforts. They're so trapped in what they hey, they're comfortable, they're complacent, but they're not happy. Like fuck that noise, man. Right, Zig? It's fucking crazy. Like these people don't know that we're business executives. Yeah, dude. Me and Zig are multi-billionaires. Yeah. Uh, He lives in Thailand, and I live in Japan and in Thebes. I actually own Thebes, like the city of Thebes. It's mine, you know. Fucking. It's a really, really fancy green screen. I get up every morning at like 3 o'clock in the morning, and they put all this on. I'm actually clean shaven. Uh, this isn't a beard. It's just really, really well done CGI, like prosthetic stuff, you know. Silly people. Fucking think this is real? You think this is actually a bridge? You think that's actually nature and sky? Psh. Why do you think it's all crackly like that? You guys think it's a filter? No, I just have a shitty camera. Duh. Oh no, there's nothing bad with the home space there, Brad Babylonian. If they need it, if they want it, cool. But it's the ones that are like they hate it, they don't want it, they're miserable. They just don't realize a lot of the time, especially like when you talk to people on the road, until like a lot of people like I swear at least how my interactions have been like 75% of the people that I meet on the road, myself included, have either seen travelers, watched it in a movie, or someone in their life slash met someone that was on the road, which inspired them to go on the road. Like, I mean, I used to watch all the like nomadic movies, and I remember watching freaking slash reading about in school about reading Magellan. Just like watching Jeff Corwin and Steve Irwin, that chick Samantha Brown from the Travel Channel who go travel around, eat fancy food and whatnot, and also went and explored cool shit in nature. It was always just like the coolest thing in the world. All they do is just travel around. Yeah, sometimes their life can suck, but they get to see all this beautiful shit. And people that can't go see it can vicariously live through them. That's the other half of the channel. It's like for the people that can't, literally can't, well, you can still vicariously come take a walk with me and check out the cool things. But like, if it's only like money and safety, like it's so dangerous out there, or I can't afford it. Do I look threatened to you? Like, do I look like I'm having a bad time? Like, I'm fed, I'm coffeeed, I have all of the gear I need, and more. Like, I don't need an Xbox controller. It's nice to have, but I don't need that shit, you know? And that's the biggest part. Like, I'm not talking down on anybody who has a place. By all means, if that's your jam, cool. Anything that is your jam, anything that is what you like, do it. But that's what I'm saying. Is like, don't let life prevent you from living it. Like, if you don't like your job, if you don't like what you're doing, like, change it. And like that's the thing that blows my mind is I have so many friends like back in Arkansas as an example that like just personally that like talk about all the time. It's so cool, like with the like the way you travel, but they'll never go do it. Like I can't. My mom will still. I want to stay and live with my mom until she passes or whatever, or whatever. They have no families. They have no like they have no kids or whatever. They have no real like jobs or anything that they're invested into. But they want to be by their parents. They're scared to leave. It's and like that's one of the big inspirations for the like safety. There's like there's nothing to be scared of, dude. You can just go live and exist. Okay, scroll up real quick and try to catch up. I read through that I'm like more free because mine. I like the rich future. They're like I'm more free because money. Yeah, if they use their money to go do shit, like cool. Like that multi-billionaire dude who I hung out with during the freaking during whose house I went and showed out with during Occupy. He was just some dude who had like a shitload of cash because he didn't he sold all his junk off. Nemo, Prince of all Europe, send him monies. Yes, please send me to Europe. I need your money for my people. Uh, though, Prince of all Europe. Yes. So my links are in the description though, including my Amazon wish list for like gear. Like I'm looking on. I need to get uh, a new. I need to get a new slash not necessarily new a second solar panel. Everything else is like the is just stuff that I would like to make my travel better, like the water purifier, so I can pump it versus just having like the water straws. I want to go to Brazil, Indonesia, and Japan. Nice. I'm gonna be over there eventually. I'm just coming into the like I was talking about it for the longest time of going into one of those. Like actually, due to somebody who I was just recently got back in contact with, who's been trying to listen like older lesbian couple back in the day that up in Oregon, who helped me get my cat at the time fixed, are now living out in Santa Fe, and they're keeping trying to get me to come out there. Said they want me to come out there in like March to hang out for a little bit before I leave. She's got like she used to work for the big cat sanctuary in up in Oregon, and she lived over in Bali for a while. And she said that she's like she worked over there at the Elephant Wildlife Refuge, and if I want work over there, I can go over there and like instantaneously. I've got like I can work there. I got a little bungalow I can stay at. She's got a bunch of connections for that. She's like that's like the coolest thing ever. Eventually, I'll end up over there. That'll be more like a retirement thing because like once I get over there and like start interacting with elephants, my literal favorite animal ever, like I'm not gonna want to leave. I'm gonna go see other shit first. But on like the very end of the bucket list. Don't jump roll the punches. Like only you can only prepare so much. Yeah, exactly. I'm waiting for the right time to travel. Well, you know, when everything comes together, it's like, dude, you just gotta go. Do you have the jab to go to Scotland? I don't have them yet, but I will get them if I will get the ones that I need. Like I said, I don't care. Like I went through basic training in fucking the military in Fort Benning, and they shot me up with a billion different fucking shots of everything you could possibly think of. Like I wouldn't know all the things, like, but like I know I got like an insane amount of shots, and like I don't care if it's a shot thing, it's a shot thing, and I'll get it. But currently, I don't have any shots right now. Never even had the COVID shot because like it's a upper respiratory thing, and I'm fine. But yeah, shots. They can stab me whatever they want. They can stab me and shoot whatever they want into my arm or butt. Sure. Train's coming. If that's all it takes to go overseas, sure. Stab me in the butt. Stab me in the shoulder. All the needles. At least this time I won't have to do push-ups immediately afterwards. That was the dumbest thing ever. Like, not only were like our arms like bruised and fucked up from all these shots they put in the exact same spot, but like they didn't like over the multiple syringes. If they're gonna give you 20 shots, they'll just give you a little catheter. So you get one catheter, one shot, one tiny little thing, and they'll just put in multiple different ones to give you the things. They don't have to fucking. It's just like with the blood draw. They don't have to fucking give you 30 different shots. They just put in multiple different things. Where are the COVID patches? Yeah, right. Where's that COVID? Where's that COVID? Like, where's that vaccine weed? Roll up a vaccine blunt. I will smoke my vaccine blunt right now. We can do it on live, on stream. It can be documented. Pesto Manifesto vaccine blunt. Go! Hey man, California, with their dumbass law, got rid of all the fucking flavored shit. They're gonna get rid of all the flavored ass fucking blunts and fucking tobaccos. They should bring in COVID blunts. Yeah. I ain't gotta get stabbed, because, oh, don't get it twisted. I hate needles too. Don't get it twisted. Mm-mm. That's why, like, I'm one of the only nomad traveler dirty kids, even though I'm not dirty. I stay pretty clean and wash the clothes. I only have a few pairs of clothes, but I actively wash and keep them clean. Who has no tattoos? None. Not a one. Like, if I'm injured, cool. Oh, like I can like cut into myself or whatever and pull shit out. I don't like getting needles. But if it's just another stage in the process, I don't even care. Like I said, I've had so many of like vaccines and shit given to me. I'm not scared of vaccines. I was raised by government parents. Like, I was given all sorts of fucking weird ass pills and shit as a kid. Like, everything under the sun. Like, fucking 90s baby. I was given Ritalin and all that shit. Like, everybody in my fucking area was. Like, my generation was. We were all given fucking Adderall and bullshit like that. God knows what the government was actually putting in there. Meh, I don't care. If I was worried about that shit I would have been worried about that shit. I have government parents. Like, believe it or not, the government's not doing shit like that. Just like they're not monitoring you through your phone. They don't care. They don't need to listen to your phone calls. You track yourself. Like, people like Instagram themselves all day long and shit like that. They don't need to fucking watch you. You know what I mean? I ain't worried about it. Is it stupid? Was the craze crazy and dumb? Oh yeah. The fact that half the world got shut down, dumb as fuck. But like, That's all it was. It's just stupid nonsense. February 19th, 1991, Cole. Yeah, it's not like I'm like the only one, dude. Like we were '90s kids. Like I'm not gonna fucking sugarcoat it. Our generation was a fucking generation of guinea pigs, bro. 1693. Yep. So 2 years younger than me. Yeah. Yeah. I'll be 32 next month. Obviously, what they probably do try is either sway us or pin us against each other. I mean, yeah, but like they don't like individually track you. They don't care enough about the individual unless you're like on their radar for like something that you've done. The everyday individual, they genuinely just don't care. You're not worth the money to track. There's nothing you're doing that's actually going to cause them any real issue. It's like fucking with me. Like, what's wrong with my eyeball? Huh. Nothing. Weird. Weird. It's like on here, on the screen, it looks like I've got like a sty or something. Like, weird. There's like literally nothing on my eye at all. Fungi. Ah, nanobots. That's what it was. Just escaped. I went up on the big 3-0, man. Hell yeah, man. Yeah. Otherwise, they don't care. They've got other things to keep track of. Everyday people, meh. There's no everyday people division, bro. I've talked to you about what my dad did. We've had those discussions. Like, I would know. Like, just to be real about it, if they were tracking you guys, I would know. Way other, more as far as they're concerned, important things to be doing than watching the general populace. They're just happy that you guys are making money. If you're part of the general populace and you're spending money, or you got a job and you're bringing in more money to the system, like just the flow of the machine, the food, the whatever. As long as you're making the thing go, running the Sim City and being a part of the employee NPC system, they don't give a damn. That's all they want. Know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, but even then, you have to be a very significant group. Like, I can rant and rave all day long. Well, I'm a bad example. I'm Nemo. Like, in the most humble, weird way possible of saying that. I'm not exactly a normal individual when it comes to stuff. But, as an example, someone in my shoes who's only freaking got 310 subscribers, I can freaking rant and rave, the proverbial me, probably you, with the kid rant and rave all day long about anything under the sun, even if it is real and against the government. And we're not influential enough to do anything about. Nobody sees me. There's 4 people in the stream as far as I can see. I love these people and I love my people, but like I'm not. It's not like I have millions, I have thousands of people, hundreds of thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, millions of people in a live stream. Like some of these people on YouTube and like Twitch and whatnot, when they're doing a live stream, like, and like, so like they're just not tracking it. That's part of the whole algorithm. Just You can say and do whatever you want. You can hit the nail on the hammer 1 billion times over with every conspiracy under the sun and stand out right in front of the fucking White House all day long with all your propaganda that's 100% real on every single shady thing they are doing. But unless you have millions of people watching you and paying attention and agreeing with you and showing up to support you, they're not going to put any sort of effort. They're just going to be like, okay, wingnut, you stay on that side of the fence, have fun. We're doing that. And they're like, okay, yeah, sure, we're doing it. Not even like jokingly, like, but straight say that they're doing it. But like, there's no way you proving it, so fuck it. No way you're influencing anybody, so fuck it. Sadly. Or good, depending, at least in my opinion, good. Especially like it if you're doing it because you're scared of the alternative. Oh yeah, and they're especially like if you're like out there like freaking out because you're scared of whatever of the fake agenda that and fake junk that they're pushing. Exactly. They think you're controlling you. They love it because then you're easily part of the cog of the machine. Like you're an NPC. And they like the NPCs. They need to run the thing. So the people playing the RPG can play the game. Is it right? Should we be living like this as a general populace? The proverbial you? Hell no. Is it set that way? Should we do something about it? Am I in charge? But like, like once again, there's 4 people listening to this. I won't remember this conversation. Almost guaranteed. It's not like it's going to be documented down that I'm like, hey, these people suck. I'm just stoned and thinking about real shit, And that's why no one's tracking me. You're in charge? Shh. No, you're not, remember? This is not a green screen. Remember. They still believe that this is all real. Why would I do push-ups? Like if your friend was telling you about this, like a relationship, we'd all be like, wow, that's toxic, LOL. But there's no other. Yeah. Yeah, right. The meek shall inherit the earth. Larky. Blarky, blark, blark. It was like, I got that in military school in 8th grade. They said that push-ups till I'm tired thing, but like they never said it once to us in at Fort Benning during basic. Not a damn once did they say anything actually remotely like that. If anything, they just talked a lot of shit and how wrong we were doing it. And this is why we have to do push-ups. If we weren't fucking up, we wouldn't have to do push-ups. Rah, 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 you're fucking up, do push-ups. Silly waffles. Man, I heard the fucking until I'm tired a billion times over. Exactly, Kote. That's a big thing. It's probably one of the hardest part about being on the road. Like, does it really matter to, that I'm chilling here? But someone, some way, somehow, could, as the common nomenclature say, Karen slash Kyle, Ken, whatever the fuck it would be, out. And next thing you know, like, you're dealing with someone's BS because of whatever reason. Like, they feel like they need to project their bullshit on you just while you're just sitting somewhere. Even if you have a fucking fancy ass vehicle and you're traveling around, you park somewhere, just minding your own business. Next thing you know, someone's like, you can't park there. You can't park on that cliffside. You can't be down that road. It's like, there's nothing down this road but a river. What do you mean? Why can't I go down there? Well, that's private government land. It's, like this dumb shit like that where it's like, why does it really matter if I'm 5 feet off the highway? Just because it's technically a government driveway that hasn't been used in 30 years. Like, I think that's one of the big things. Like, goes right back to the whole like same thing where people can't travel. Is they need to have control over themselves, over their life. They need it. It needs to be controlled. Everything needs to be controlled exactly how they want it. And if it's not controlled and it's not how it is in their little bubble and how they imagine their reality should be, they freak the fuck out. Or just outright be assholes and hateful to anybody who's not exactly like them. They're like, well, you're not living the lifestyle that I'm living, so you're doing it wrong. You suck at life. Fuck you. Or maybe it's the opposite. You're living the lifestyle that they want, but they don't have the gusto, the whatever you want to call it, to get up and go. It takes a good chunk of freaking effort to just go. Ask anybody on the road. Most of us, we've seen it or interact with somebody who was on the road before us, but the big reason we went on the road was because some serious shit went down. We were just done with the reality and bullshit that was going on. We're just like, nope, fuck this. It's very rare that somebody's out here just because they want to be. It's usually like a whole I'm tired of the bullshit mentality thing that came along, which allowed them to step away. And even then, the initial like weeks, year being out and about and doing things is confusing as fuck trying to explain to a normal person
living the normal life. How like you don't even think about it anymore. You don't even think about that type of existence. Like all I can think about in the world is that I have a couple cool people that want to like hang out, chat with me, and say talk about junk, and that sometime in the next couple months, if everything goes right, when everything goes right, poof, we'll go to Europe, man. We'll go see the rest of the world. You know what I mean? I got kicked out of Walmart once while waiting for an oil change at the auto shop in Walmart. It's just like, my car is here, and the manager didn't believe me. Didn't believe it, but told me to kick rocks, basically. Came back with the receipts afterwards, and apparently no manager with that name. Yeah, okay. Figures, right? If you want to travel, the best, quickest thing you can do before that is just to do it. Yeah. Because, yeah, with your vehicle, you have your vehicle. It's not even like me. A lot of people are like, but that's just because you're a backpacker or you look homeless. If you're traveling in a vehicle, like I know a lot of kids that travel in a vehicle, they look just like a regular person any other day of the week. They're clean, they have multiple clothes and all sorts of gear because the vehicle's carrying it. You'd never know. Most of them have money because of whatever hustle they got. Like I've got money usually. Like I don't want anything right now. Like I said, I got $1.10 to my name. Links in the description. Not a plug, but it was there, so fuck it. Um, and like like you wouldn't know. Like I traveled with this couple, my friend Key and her boyfriend. I think they're married now, but at the time boyfriend. We went from Colorado down to Florida, and from Florida all the way across the southern through Alabama and shit up into Santa Cruz. And we split ways there because they ended up wanting to go back. He was just on a few months thing off of work, but like we never we didn't have any issues like it's like or like we didn't look homeless, but we had issues with the vehicle. We had people that just didn't like it. Is your channel plug me? Plug my links? My links of my. I don't know how to do that. What do you mean, plug my links? My Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, and my Amazon wish list are in the description of the live stream. But I don't understand what you mean by plug my links, and I do not know what this is. I am not sure how to do this on my phone. Yeah, exactly. You can do jobs. You can freaking, especially if you have anything where you can like work from home, like via laptop or anything like that. They don't need to know. Or if you're doing like day to day stuff, or yeah. Oh yeah, if you're living in a vehicle, yeah, they wouldn't even know. Like, I've got plenty of friends that are like living in freaking LA or San Fran right now who are actively working and out of their van, either in an office or out on the streets canvassing people for whatever they're canvassing at the moment. They work for a canvassing company. Canvass 100 different things, but the whole point of it is like no one knows besides their boss that they don't have a house, including the customers. Say my cash tag out loud. Plug my links. Would you believe if I said I'm a Nemo and I don't know my links off the top of my head, and I just screenshot them in out of a note every time? Because, like, I don't remember them. Traumatic brain injury, bro. TBIs are real. It's like, Nemo something. And then, like, one of them's, like, one of my legal names. And then, like, 76, maybe? And then, like, legal name. Very, very strange thing. 76 or something. I don't know. I think maybe. I don't know. I genuinely don't remember any of the fucking things. Maybe something like. That's something I actively think about. Once again, like. It's not why I do this. I would never want someone to feel like obligated to have to give me money just because they pop through a live stream. You know, I'm just happy when somebody comes through and just says hello, even. That, that makes me stoked. Like lurkers who come in, don't say anything. Cool. I appreciate you in the channel. The freaking extra views are great. I appreciate that, like, some people don't have the ability to, and they're just watching the background and whatnot. But, like, even if the only thing you say is hello, it makes me stoked. Like, I get to see who's there. Where are you coming from? Like, hello in a state or country? Like, the coolest thing ever. Like, finding out the other day that Ahmed was chilling. It was this, like, 19-year-old dude chilling in fucking India. Like, dude, that's dope. Got to be like, hey, dude, I'm getting my passport. Eventually, I'm gonna be over there. The other, like, a while back, there was like a week or so back, I was doing a live stream, and there's a chick on there who's like, hey, when you're done with the UK, come to Amsterdam. Like, the Netherlands are literally right next to the UK. She's like, come to the Netherlands. You'd love it. And I'm just like, hell yeah! I can't wait to meet you. Keep track of the channel. When I get there, we should meet up. We can eat pancakes or waffles. I love waffles. We can eat waffles. Yes. Nemo's. Handshake. Making waffles. Eating waffles. We eat waffles together. We can smoke weed together because Netherlands. Assuming that chick smokes pot and there's an ant. See? It's not fake, there's an ant. This is not a green screen. And like, it just be like, I think that, like, that in itself is like cool. Like, just being able to, like, the knowledge that, like, somebody thousands of miles away is, like, hanging out with some, like, crazy nomad dude in Cali. You know? The fact that, like, There's people out in Pennsylvania, people in fucking New Mexico, people in Washington, like, that are like Idaho, Iowa, that are like hanging out, talking about shit. You know, the fact that like as soon as everything comes through, the passport situation, I get that plane ticket and go. As soon as my passport comes in, I'm gonna get the next cheapest plane ticket that I can afford. Literally the next one, like whatever I can afford at that point, as soon as possible, and go. I'm gonna have cash set aside, like money set aside already ready for that plane ticket. So as soon as it comes in, I have passport in hand. It's like, okay, what can I afford? Like, when's the next time I can on this thing? And boom, gone. You know, I don't need anything fancy. I don't care. Like, would it be cool if I was some big fancy sponsored, like famous individual, like some like channels, like a company was like, we'll give you first class tickets if you fly here. Describe me out. Sure, that'd be amazing. Do I care? Do I need it? Fuck no. Am I just as about going overseas on a fucking business class? I'm already not business class, regular booking. Sure, because it's gonna get me there, and then boom, I'll be over there, done. It's not about the fucking fancy travel. It's about the experience of the travel itself. Not about going to a fancy fucking like motel in France. It's about going to France. And like I said, a big part of it, the other half is like, if for whatever reason, said YouTube subscriber person, Instagram, the other main reason why, if I was traveling from traveling on pennies, I'd change it back to Nemo Nos, because people know me as Nemo Nos and know who it is. That and my Instagram, my Facebook, like thing, all that junk is Nemo. So like, it makes it easier for people to like go in between versus having to search for something separate on YouTube. But yeah, the other half of it is just like, so you can't go. Well, don't want to because you like living in your space but are interested in seeing the world. You can watch me go see stuff. You can freaking tell me where you want me to go. Like, I'm overseas in Europe. I'm just wandering around and you know of something cool. Like, suggest it. If it's not like, I'm down. Like, I like spooky stuff, like supposedly like haunted places, like abandoned places, creepy graveyards, like supposedly where monsters be. I like history. Like, I love museums and castles and old shit. I'm so stoked to go overseas. Like, weird mystical supposed crap. Like, I love animals. Places to go see animals. I can't wait to go overseas and be able to see like monkeys. Like, oh my god. When I get to Japan, I'm gonna go to the monkey hot springs. Because there's just hot springs with monkeys. Big ass monkeys that come out and hang out in the fucking hot springs because it gets cold. So they go chill out, do monkey stuff at hot springs. You can just show up at the monkey springs. Because monkeys. Like, we don't have that here in America. I want to go to the monkey hot springs. Like, I'm gonna be able to like bring people with them. It's like, look, it's still here. Check it. And have like a first-hand experience. You know? Fuck you, mosquito, die. Where'd it go? What happened? Whoa. My phone's glitching out. Hello? I can't see. There it is. That was weird. Are you coming
back from Europe or staying for good? Oh yeah, I don't plan on coming back. It's like when I get into Europe, after Europe, I want to go everywhere else. There's Africa, there's the Middle East, there's Russia, there's, well, Asia, Japan, Australia. Like, maybe, but it wouldn't be like, if I did, it'd be in like another like 30, 40 years because there's so much of the world to see. Like, I want to go see the whole thing. Europe's just my landing point. It was either that or Japan. I figured I might as well land in Europe, where in London, where there's a shit ton of fucking like English speaking people and all the signs are in English. Whereas if I landed in Japan, like I could find people that speak English. I could use my personal translator thing and communicate with people, but I can't read signs. And so for initial like not extreme crazy over the top culture shock, I'm gonna land there. But yeah, I have the rest of my life to go out there. Whatever I need to do to keep going. Oh no, cool. You can still see me. I couldn't see you guys. I couldn't see the comments for a second. They wouldn't show up. I was touching the screen to like get the comments to show up, and I couldn't see them. They wouldn't show up for a second. Exactly. And I have a lot of friends that they go overseas, like already been overseas and traveled overseas. Kids just like me, backpackers. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, probably not. Like, I'm gonna go travel around and see the rest of the world. It's gonna take a while to do that. By the time I get back, like, fuck. Like, I'm probably done. I'm probably like, I'm not gonna care about America. I'm just gonna be chill wherever I feel comfortable. I never really felt home here, and I mean, like I said, I was born overseas somewhere. I don't know where. I have no way of accessing that. But I've never been like, I need to live and die in America. And with the whole like adopted family thing, like not like I have any real ties here. I don't have anybody really, to like hold me here. I don't have family that like grandparents or anything like that, so might as well just go exist over there. And when I get tired, I go over there. And I always joked around that the reason that I've never been in a really serious relationship as an adult is because my like significant other slash wife is like somewhere overseas in Greece, or like chilling on like chilling in like Indonesia slash Thailand at an elephant wildlife refuge because elephants. If I were to settle down and be overseas, probably anyway. It's just JK, JK, kind of. And especially if you're not like trying to be homeless, like you're just passing through. Yes, they have a much better support system for like nomadic travelers and stuff. You go through places and they give you vouchers for like the local hostel, and well, there's like churches over there actually have stuff, and like you go through and they have like signs and stuff on them, and like you go through and they're like, what gear do you need, and they like either give you a voucher or straight like take you to get there, or they already have gear that they buy and like redistribute, like good gear, like actual good gear shit you want. It's one of the big motivations as well. Like, America has this weird, like, high and mighty, like, attitude towards anybody who lives outside, doesn't have a house slash apartment. No matter how they live, whether it's in a nice ass van, retired from the military, getting a check each month, retired from the government, getting a big check each month, broke backpacker who does never done a drug a day in their life and was just tired of their rich, super wealthy parents, so they just went and lived on the road because fuck Canada and it's cold. But people don't see that or think that. They're just so used to seeing like crazy drug addict home bums doing all their sketchy bullshit. That's all they can see and think of in their. That's the other small chunk of my whole thing of the channel is like, well, I can't wait to go overseas and show you guys the rest of the world. It's like, just because you see a backpack doesn't mean you see a crazy drug addict piece of shit. Sometimes we just don't care enough about the role of society of the picket fence, 9 to 5, wifey, blah, 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 blah thing for the fucking first 40 to 60 years of your adulthood. And it's strange. People are scared and confused about strange / different things. But it doesn't make it wrong. And overseas, a lot of them people know that. Like, they're still attached to their like nomadic roots. Like, they've got like Appalachian trails and like Pacific Coast trails or crest trails on roids. Like old ancient walking paths. Actual like old roads. Freaking the longest road in the world. Longest walkable road. Goes from Cape Town, from Magdin, Russia, right in the corner of Russia by Alaska, as the crow flies, to Cape Town, South Africa. 587 days, give or take, if you walk 8 hours a day. Over a year. It's a walkable road. It's something. They say it's impossible because, like, it goes through such desolate places that nobody. Oop. They walk. It's the longest walkable road, and they say it's impossible. They say it's like too desolate in certain places, like through parts of Russia. It's too cold if you get it there in the wrong time. Through parts of the desert, it's too desert, too scary. It's too war torn. You can't go through certain parts of Africa because it's too wild, and the animals will eat you. It's not possible to do it. But that's why there's not like a billion people that do shit like that. There's like one fucking Amelia Earhart. There's one Magellan. Like a whole shitload of people that wanted information, wanted the freaking to do the to have the knowledge of what's over there, what's going on, map it all out. But only Lewis and Clark went. Just because it seems impossible to most people doesn't mean it's not. And like when I see stuff like that, it just like inspires me to do the thing. Like a road that the longest walkable road that's been impossible, if I do it, like Guinness Book of Records status, even if it's just something dumb like that, would be the coolest thing in the world for young Nemo. I always wanted to do something like that. Like, what could I ever do that could get in the Guinness Book of Records? Walk a road, live and exist outside for over a year and a half, off of just raw resources and natural cunning and understanding of being outside. Like, dude, I was raised by a fucking crazy dude who was an Eagle Scout at 14. I know more about like existing outside than 99% of people would ever even imagine, because I dressed myself like a purple hippie and not a fucking mullet having
redneck thing covered in camouflage. Yeah, right. Slabs is nothing, dude. Like, and that's the thing too. Like, you get all these like this is all those outside perspective people that it's never been done or they don't know anything about it, and so they have all these beliefs and theories and think, oh, this is too crazy, you can't go there. Okay, well, I'm gonna go do it and check it out myself and see what's up. A white guy, a skinny white guy who weighs 120 pounds can't walk through with a fluffy pit bull looking dog through the ghettos of Fresno. They're gonna get robbed, the dog's gonna get stolen, blah, blah, blah. It's not possible. We were fine. Nobody even looked at us really. Just predisposed fucking thoughts over things. Like, people were like, you can't walk as the crow flies from Flagstaff to Mount Humphrey, and then from Mount Humphrey, 11,000 feet, as the crow flies through the wilderness to Four Corners of Colorado. You can't do that. I did it with some kid who'd never been out of his fucking more than on a simple backpacking trip. I told him to shove whatever he could think of that he would want on a daily day. We grabbed our food stamp cards. We had food stamps at the time. We're getting like $1.94 a month, and we spent it on like granola, on like trail mix, beef jerky, and Gatorade, and Mio energy liquid stuff. And we walked it, strapped freaking sleeping bags to the back bottom of actual like school backpacks because we didn't have anything at the time. I'd been living in Phoenix for the moment, and I was done being there, so we walked out of Phoenix. So they told us we couldn't hitchhike. I'd already gotten fucking arrested and got off of it. But they told me if I got trouble again for hitchhiking, I was going to go to jail for illegally hitchhiking in Maricopa County. And I did it. Like, to most people, it's like, that's not possible. That would be like multiple days of wandering through the wilderness. It's like, yeah, that's what I did. We walked for like 7, 8 days. We walked through places that, like, we came across a campsite out in the middle of nowhere up in northern Arizona by past Mount Humphrey, between Mount Humphrey and Colorado, somewhere. Like, there was a big ass log. It looked like it'd been felled from this tree and like rolled over. Insanely huge. Like, it would have taken so many people to move it. And a campfire ring. Like, hard, old fire ring. Like, literally, like, who knows how old. Like, insanely old. Like, there hadn't been, like, no one anything for, like, hundreds of years. Like, this would have been, like, some, like, traveler. Like, a native or, like, pilgrim, like, pioneer. Way back in the day. Like, hundreds of years old. And we're like, oh, I guess we're going to stay here for the night. I would have never found that if I hadn't done the thing. I wouldn't know that that place exists if I had just done the thing. It's like, let's talk about that Wookie song. There's, in every tribe, there are a few of us that will ever wonder what's beyond that hill. Fewer still. In every tribe, there are only a few of us that will ever wonder what's beyond that hill. Fewer still will go. So few would ever think about doing it or trying the thing. And even of that few, then how many of that few has to go? Would actually go and do the thing? Like, I'm not saying I'm any special than anybody other type of person, just a different type of person. I don't know what you would describe me as. That's why I don't know how I would describe me. That's why I call myself Nemo. Nemo Nos is Latin for no one, or no name specifically. I'm just me, dude. You know?
Exactly, Cote. That's what I'm saying. Like, just because they say it's never been done and not possible to do doesn't mean that I can't do it. Everyone will eventually do everything. They said it was impossible to do all sorts of things back in the day. Yeah, it's one of my favorite. Thanks, Cote. That was one of my favorite experiences, for sure, dude. And like, that's what I'm saying. Like, just stuff like that. Like, I love that. That's what I'm saying. That's one of my favorite parts about that trip was coming across that. Like, it blew my fucking mind. Like we were literally in the middle of nowhere. There's no reason for anyone to be on that train of path unless like they were there a long ancient time ago, like passing through. There's nothing out there. The only reason we were there is because I was like, I'm gonna go that way. And like my road dog at the time was like, what do you mean? It's like, well, Mount Humphrey's over there. Yeah, but there's like a housing division in the way, small small housing division of like, and there's like freaking like a shitload of mountains in between. There's like 9 mountains in between. Cool. The mountain's right there. We go as the crow flies. We keep going that way. We'll go there. So we went that way. We walked across. We jumped the fences, the little housing defenses. Jumped over the back fence. Jumped over the front fence. Jumped over the back fence of the little subdivision. Walked straight across the street. Jumped over the front fence. Kept going, and walked for days through the thing. Got to Mount Humphrey. Stood there like right there at the crest, 11,000 feet in Mount Humphrey. Filled our little like canteens with runoff from the like melting snow. It was like February 3rd. I did this all, by the way, barefoot because we walked out of uh, uh, from Phoenix to Flagstaff, and it took about a week and a half. And on like day 3, my flip flops died, so I just took off barefoot. So I'm like, mind you, I'm walking through barefoot in the middle of February, like 11,000 feet, standing in snow runoff, filling up my canteen. Like, and then I was like, well, once we were done with that, because that's what I wanted to see, I was like, okay, like, well, let's go to Colorado, because that was the whole point, was trying to get me away from Arizona. And this kid had never been out of Phoenix before. He was my old roommate, or like my roommate. I was staying there for their, I was staying there for the season, like as they're like, pay them a little bit of rent. I sleep on the couch, and so we took off. I looked at my map on my phone. I think might have done it. Yeah, did it on my phone. Looked at my map on my phone, and I was like, okay, well, we go that way. That's Colorado, so I just took off walking that way. Yeah, exactly. Like it would have to be even back then. It would have had to been someone even way back then when the original fire pit was built. Like like the native tribes in freaking Flagstaff. I actually hung out with a native family like for a couple days. Me and my road dog did for like 3 4 days. We stayed at their house and we cooked a bunch of food and hung out, shot bows and arrows, drank, smoked. It was great. They were so cool, but they only went so far. They tell you that like they only this is their area. There's nothing really over there. It's not like it was like big settlements. Like this is where they lived. So like it wasn't like, oh, this is just a part of the thing. It was the only thing there. It's like somebody would have been somebody from like some hunter from their tribe or like, who went way out of the middle of nowhere and just happened to come across. Because like I said, as the crow flies, like it wasn't like I was like walking because I knew there was a fire pit there. I was just walking that way and we came across it and was like, fuck it, let's stop for the day. It was like 11 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe 12 max. We're just like, I'm done. We're gonna stay here for the day. Yeah, that and I'm pretty picky when it comes to shoes. Like, I really only want
this style. Flip flops, no thong, and they got to be comfy. Because I'm gonna walk everywhere, and that can be a pain in the ass to find new ones, or at least comfy ones. But that's really all my criteria. As long as they flip flops. I'm down. So I'm pretty simple when it comes to that, thankfully. But hey, I'm catch you guys later. My Cash App, Venmo, PayPal are in the description of this live stream. I have my Amazon wish list on there as well. And if you have 15 bucks, there's a link for Etsy on there with a purple monkey hat that somebody has crocheted. And below that is an address for Escondido where you could send it to. And it can be friends with this monkey hat. You could even like do one better for the artist and order 2 of them. And then I can have a purple monkey hat and you can have a purple monkey hat and we can be twinsies. But anyways, hasta la pastas. Thank you so much for coming through and hanging out. And keep track of the thingus. Like, if you keep the little bell icon thingy, like, it'll let you know that I'm doing things. And eventually you'll see me doing things overseas. It'll be way more exciting. Castles, and museums, and Stonehenge, and shit. Later, y'all. Love you. Bye-bye. Silly gnat.